Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at Lieutenant Titus from WETA Workshop. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Alright, so you guys know I normally read these articles or watch the videos or whatever live so you can get my actual real-time reaction. That being said, I did accidentally take a little sneak peek, and by accidentally, I full-on clicked on something on purpose because curiosity got the best of me before I could do this video, but I don't want to spoil it. But if you want to see a reaction, you just wait. So that being said, let's take a look at this article. So WETA Workshop unveils Lieutenant Titus. So right off the bat, I don't really know anything about WETA Workshop. I have never heard of them before or anything. I had no clue what they were. But at one point in time, the name was somehow like tied to Games Workshop for like some kind of partnership or something like that. And I know people were going crazy. That name basically means nothing to me. So it's hard for me to like judge where this is going. So WETA Workshop unveils Lieutenant Titus. A short while ago, we announced a collaboration between Games Workshop and WETA Workshop, two legendary companies famed in design and sculpting fantastic characters and creatures. WETA Workshop were pretty guarded about what they were up to, but now all is revealed at the World Championships of Warhammer and Grand Narrative in Atlanta. So there is a video right here. It's about 5 minutes long. I chose to skip it. It seems like it's the guys behind the scenes, the creators, talking about what they're doing and kind of showing off some of the cool stuff. I'm sure it's awesome, but it's 5 minutes long, so... This is a hyper-detailed 1/6 scale statue of Lieutenant Titus, the hero of Graia and the lead character of Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. This is the ultimate collector's item for the ultimate Warhammer fan, and as you can see, it is absolutely magnificent. Okay, when I hear stuff like this is the ultimate collector's item for the ultimate Warhammer fan, all I can hear is this is going to be really expensive and it's made for whales. Now that being said, this model is awesome. I mean, this is basically what we all aspire to with our little minis, to have a really nice paint job and depict either a fighting scene or essentially encompass like the immersion of the 41st millennia. And I think this does a really good job at it. I mean, this is a nice paint job. Now, we obviously know this is 1/6 scale, so this isn't just painting up your regular old Primaris Marine stomping on a termagant. But that being said, it does look awesome. And I should have Googled WETA Workshop and seen what they're all about or whatever, but I'm assuming that they do some kind of like cinematography, like props or something like that, work directly with like Hollywood type stuff, just based on like the work that we're seeing here and everything and the level of like hype behind it. Standing 610 millimeters tall on a 400 millimeter base. And keep in mind, like a normal Terminator would be on a 40 millimeter base, so it's like 10 times the size. This statue dwarfs a standard Space Marine miniature and is packed full of extra detail, which makes it truly premium piece for fans of the Adeptus Astartes, Space Marine 2, and Warhammer 40,000 in general. Again, when I hear things like truly premium piece, all I see is $, $. He's armed with his trademark Space Marine bolt pistol and chainsword and comes with interchangeable bareheaded and helmeted options with backlit lens in his helmet. So that is pretty cool, little lights built in. And if the regular Battleline edition wasn't enough, there'll be a sticky limited edition version, only 1,300 will be made. See, so that's exactly what I'm talking about with the kind of like creating a scarcity type thing, limiting to 1,300. Strange random number, but I'm sure that they have calculated exactly how many people are going to drop a fat stack on this bro, which will give you the options for an interchangeable thunder hammer and additional gore covered teeth for the chainsword. It also includes display stands and the options you don't include on your statue. Both editions come pre-painted, so you won't have to worry about edge highlighting all the crisp detailing. Alright, so gotta say, this is some really nice detail. They've done a great job like capturing the actual textures on the termagant. I mean, we can see like the difference between the shell and the skin and everything. Obviously very realistic, like blood effects and everything. They've decided to go the route of like a kind of like rough and rocky base, which is interesting because Warhammer, obviously, they're always like smoothed off and it's like the base rim is painted nicely and clean. So for me, this kind of takes away from it, but more because it's what I'm not used to seeing compared to what I am used to seeing. And obviously we can see the crazy detail here with like the boot and the teeth, the backpack. Really nice looking model or toy, whatever it is, statue. Okay, and then here we see some more detail on Titus. I mean, that face is absolutely beautiful. This looks real. That's very, very nicely done. Here we see the alternative thunder hammer, again with the blood on the handle and on the hammer head. And then the bloody chainsword bits. I mean, really, really nice. Definitely a big fan of this. Love the detail. It is a much larger scale, so obviously they can pack a lot more detail into it and make a really nice paint job. But that being said, I mean, they've nailed it. The Lieutenant Titus 1/6 scale statue is available for pre-order now from the official WETA Workshop store. So Lieutenant Titus 1/6 scale limited edition statue pre-order now. So in case you guys haven't figured it out already throughout this little article, the thing that I went ahead and clicked on was the WETA Workshop store because it said it was available now. So I've already seen the price on this thing, and I'm going to tell you right now, it is insane. We can also reveal that the next two statues that WETA will be working on are Abaddon the Despoiler and Celestine the Living Saint. There's yet another statue in the works, but we don't have the Vermilion level clearance to release that information. Stay tuned to Warhammer Community for the latest Warhammer goodies from WETA in the future. Okay, so right off the bat, Titus is pretty cool. I like it. Space Marine, all that stuff. I play Ultramarines, sure. But the reason I clicked through to the store is because they said Abaddon the Despoiler and Celestine are in the works. And those are two iconic, awesome characters in the 40k universe. Much more exciting for someone like me than Lieutenant Titus. Now, don't get me wrong. Titus is cool and everything. He's obviously been incorporated into the lore. But he is realistically like a video game character. As opposed to those two are like actual Warhammer legendary characters. So that was really what got me excited to take a look at the WETA Workshop store. And I'm going to tell you right now, I'm about to click on this link. And if you're susceptible to sudden content, jump scares, or you have a history of like fainting, passing out, anything like that in the past, I want you to go ahead and click off this video now because you're not ready for what's about to come. So take a deep breath. Please make sure everyone is sitting securely. And let's take a look at WETA Workshop store. All right, so here we have it. The WETA Workshop store, Lieutenant Titus 1/6 scale, limited edition statue, pre-ordered now. Okay, so we went ahead and clicked on him, and here we have Lieutenant Titus, limited edition, 1/6 scale statue, limited edition of 1300. So this is the special one, so let's not get too carried away. $1,399. That is in US. I repeat, $1,400 before tax, and I'm assuming it has free shipping. But we're talking about $1,400 plus tax. We're talking about over $1,500 for this 1/6 scale statue, limited edition of 1300. But you know what? I mean, I don't want to blow it out of proportion here, how ridiculously insane price this is. Here we have the Lieutenant Titus, the Battleline edition, just the regular old edition, 1/6 scale statue, open edition, not nearly as cool, $1,199. $1,200 plus tax for this guy. So again, we're talking about $1,250 for the regular version or close to $1,500 after tax for the limited edition. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now back to the video. And in the picture right here that they show, you can't even tell the difference. We know from the awesome description that we read earlier that the limited edition one is going to come with a thunder hammer and some extra blades for the chainsword with blood. Now, let's keep in mind, before we over-exaggerate how ridiculously priced this is, that we know already this is created just for absolute whales. Specifically the 1300 limited edition, but realistically, we know both these are. Whoever WETA Workshop is, I'm assuming that they already have a pretty big following of people that are willing to pay these insane prices, because Games Workshop definitely has like their own little whale squad. So this is on the next level. So let's actually jump back over to the regular store and look at some of the other stuff. Okay, so just scrolling down here. So these are our two Tituses right there that we just saw. Here we have Sauron, $169. So I don't know, what size is he? Okay, so I scrolled down here. Sauron, obviously, like not a lot of colors or anything like that, so it's a tough comparison, but $169. And I think it said he was like 7.5 inches tall. So I think that's like more in line with what I would probably expect. Okay, so here we have Saruman, the White Wizard. So this is a 1/6 scale classic statue. So same scale. And he is $399. And this is very realistic, very nice. Definitely good quality and everything, I'm sure. Very good detail. Looks very real. I mean, they obviously do phenomenal work. And then here we see with an employee in the background, so you can get a rough idea of the size and scale. This guy, $400, already seems insanely priced to me. So I just don't see what's happening here. Yeah, I just don't get it, honestly, guys. I mean, this is just absolutely insane to me. It's like they took their current existing stuff used the IP from Games Workshop and then added like $1,000 to the price, because it's still 1/6 scale. So anything 1/6 scale is relatively like the same size. Now you can have like give or take obviously a little bit inside of the actual like universe. And again, this thing does look absolutely awesome, but they have like 50 pictures on here that are basically like the same thing. And I just don't see where this crazy value is. So there's our like extra chainsword variant right there with like the, it said blood, but that looks more like saliva with like a little blood mixed in. And then here, of course, the thunder hammer. Again, very cool, definitely very detailed. But the price on this is just absolutely insane. And then with the special edition, here's like our little display set. So you can display the extra head or helmet, whichever one is not on your statue. And then obviously the extra hand. Yeah, I can't remember exactly what the sizes are on like the Joy Toy and stuff like that. And obviously these are like painted to a much nicer standard. This is definitely much more in line with like a kind of display piece as opposed to just like an average regular like factory paint job. And I'm assuming that these are hand painted and that's why they put such a like crazy price tag on them. Definitely looks really cool. This is an awesome shot. The smoke in the background, the glow in the eyes and everything. I mean, it's a very, very cool product. I'll definitely give them that. So you can pre-order now for an estimated delivery of second quarter 2024. So basically like sometime in the next 6 months after you drop your $1,500 with tax, you can expect to get this special edition dude. One of 1,300. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to say it. They have completely lost their minds. This is absolutely insane. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not doubting that there's people out there, that there are whales out there that have just gotten harpooned by Lieutenant Titus. And WETA Workshop and Games Workshop, the absolute whalers, I'm sure, are cranking that thing in, dragging it on shore, and getting ready to slaughter it. Because there's for sure people that are going to pay this price. Are there 1,300 of those people? Probably. Should you be one of them? I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but obviously this is pure insanity to me. And while I do think this is cool, I don't understand the value. So you guys let me know down below what you think. Were you expecting a price tag like this? I have only ever been to their site like right now and for like 2 seconds right before this video. But seeing some of their other items for sale are in like the $200 to $400 range. And then seeing this guy priced at like $1,250 or $1,500 for the special edition just fully seems like they are focused in on that super elite. I'll collect anything that has to do with Space Marine, the video game, Space Marines, anything limited edition, or possibly WETA Workshop / Games Workshop. I just don't get it. So let me know down below what you think. Are you just absolutely shocked by the price? Has Games Workshop and WETA Workshop completely lost their minds? Or is this just normal? And I'm just not that big a fan of Warhammer. At least not as big as I thought. Always like to hear back from you guys in the comments. Maybe there's something that I'm missing here, like the quality is just absolutely amazing and it's not captured on film. Maybe this guy comes alive like the toy soldiers and like fights against the Tyranids when you're asleep or you're not looking. But I mean, if he's not at least doing some of the chores around the house, dishes, mowing the lawn, checking to make sure I don't leave any of my paints open, there's no way this guy is worth $1,500. Special thanks, as always, to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check them out to save 15% on Games Workshop products. Link in the description. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and they have lost their darn minds. And I'm out of here.